Today we will introduce a classic comedy film adapted from a true story, The Wolf of Wall Street, starring Leonardo DiCaprio. The male lead, Joe, is an ordinary money-making prodigy who became a millionaire at 26 and a billionaire at 31. When Joe, who was 22 years old and newly married, went to Wall Street with the ambition of making a lot of money, he worked as a switchboard operator at a large securities firm, making more than 500 calls to clients every day. When he went out to eat with the top performer in the business, he naively expressed his desire to make money with the clients. The top performer immediately corrected his mistaken concept. No, you have to take money out of the client's pocket and put it in your wallet. You have to constantly deceive the client into buying stocks. As long as the client keeps buying and selling, we can continue to earn commissions. As for whether the client can finally make money, it doesn't matter. 6 months later, Joe obtained a stockbroker's license and planned to make a career out of it, but with disastrous results. That day was the infamous Black Monday when a financial tsunami hit and the stock market collapsed, the company went bankrupt, and Joe lost his job. But he had to work for a living, so he went to work at a small securities firm that had no future. This firm only sold stocks of small, unlisted companies, which were considered garbage, but the commissions were high and the salespeople received half of the earnings. Joe saw an opportunity and, knowing that wealthy people were difficult to deceive, focused on deceiving poor people instead. He used the skills he had learned at his previous company to package a failing garbage company as a potential stock and sell it to uneducated but wealthy lower-class people who wanted to get rich quickly. He soon made his first pot of gold. At this time, the most important man in his life, Fatty, appeared. Fatty was his neighbor, a good-for-nothing who preferred eating and being lazy to working hard and going down the right path. He saw that Joe had become wealthy quickly and wanted a share of the profits. These two hit it off immediately and recruited a group of friends who sold marijuana to join them in selling stocks.
Sell me this fucking pen right here. You can sell anything, sell that.
Brad,
Sell me that pen.
can I finish eating first? I'm eating tonight.
Brad, show him how it's done. Boom. Sell me that pen. Watch. Go on.
Let me sell this fucking pen.
That's my boy right there.
This pen.
Fucking
All
sell anything.
Why don't you do me a favor? Write your name down on that napkin for me.
I don't have a pen.
Exactly. Supply and demand, my friend.
You know what I'm saying? He's
shit.
creating urgency. We get them to want to buy the stock. Convince them it's something that they need.
Joe and Fatty quit their jobs, rented a garage, and started their own company, leaving the task of deceiving clients to their subordinates while they continued to take money from poor people. As Joe made more and more money, his wife, who had a conscience, expressed her unease with the fact that there was no meaning in taking money from poor people. There were so many wealthy people, why not deceive them instead? They had to go against God's decision and take money from rich people, which gave the male lead an idea. Inspired by his wife, Joe turned his group of high school dropouts into top-notch agents and packaged garbage stocks as blue chips, allowing them to deceive wealthy people and sell whatever they wanted with confidence, convincing clients that they could make them a lot of money. Soon, their small workshop in the garage moved to an office building and became a large company with dozens of employees. The employees were all like fighting cocks, with making money as their only goal in life. To boost morale, Joe would bring swimsuit-clad beauties to the company for parties every day, and the party was even wilder than a nightclub. As a newcomer in the financial industry, Joe even made it onto Forbes magazine and became a Wall Street wolf. At a swimming party, he met the wife of Jack, Rose. Both of them were greedy and lustful, and they quickly got together. Finally, they were caught by the wife while having sex in a car, and the heartbroken wife filed for divorce. However, Joe turned around and married Rose directly. He had a mansion, a luxury car, a private plane, and a yacht, but his desire for money did not stop. Joe was not satisfied with the present and began to take risks, making illegal money, illegally manipulating stocks, and selling them at high prices. The Securities and Regulatory Commission came to investigate him, but he managed to deceive them. He helped a company that was on the verge of bankruptcy go public, and secretly bought 85% of the company's shares with Fatty. The puppet CEO's speech could not convince the wolf-like employees, so he had to go on stage himself.
So you listen to me and you listen well. Are you behind on your credit card bills? Good. Pick up the phone and start dialing. Is your landlord ready to evict you? Good. Pick up the phone and start dialing. Does your girlfriend think you're a fucking worthless loser? Good. Pick up the phone and start dialing. I want you to deal with your problems by becoming rich. All you have to do today is pick up that phone and speak the words that I have taught you. And I will make you richer than the most powerful CEO in the United States of fucking America.
Within 3 hours, the company earned $20 million, and the relevant departments couldn't stand it anymore. The FBI began to investigate him privately, and the lawyer warned him to be careful. It was impossible for him to stop now, but the stubborn guy actually tried to bribe the investigator. However, the other party didn't fall for it and almost caught him, so he turned to the top of a Swiss bank and opened an account in the name of his wife's and to transfer all the money abroad. However, at this point, his subordinates were arrested and sentenced to 3 months in prison. It's not over yet. He received a call from his lawyer and was told that his house was being monitored by the FBI. The lawyer urged him to voluntarily leave the securities industry and at least not go to prison. Joe, who had gone crazy, believed that he wouldn't be caught and continued to do business, even selling online courses on how to make money. However, bad news came one after another. His wife's aunt died, the bank manager who helped him launder money was arrested, and in order to clear his own name, he betrayed Joe. His wife couldn't bear his drug addiction and ran away. All kinds of charges were added up, and he was sentenced to 20 years in prison. In order to reduce his sentence, he confessed to everyone, and in the end, he was only sentenced to 3 years. After being released from prison, Joe became a famous sales trainer, specializing in teaching people how to sell things, and there were still pairs of eager eyes in the audience wanting to make money. The host who appeared during the final speech was the prototype of Joe. In reality, he served 22 months in prison by betraying his teammates and met Hollywood star Tommy Chong in prison, who became a good friend. After being released from prison, he wrote his experiences into a best-selling book, The Wolf of Wall Street, and sold it for $2 million in advance, becoming a millionaire again. As expected, life is like a play.